We look at oysters as having two main benefits. The first one is creating habitat. So if you think about an oyster reef, if you have flat bottom, there's no place for the creatures to hide on that. But if you start adding oysters with nooks and crannies and they grow up, and all of a sudden there's place for all these creatures to hide and to make their habitat. So you have shrimp, you've got eels, you've got bogies, you've got lobsters, you've got rock gunnels, fingerling fish. All those creatures now have a place to hide. So by bringing in oysters and creating that substrate and that environment and that structure, you give these creatures a place to live and shelter. The second thing they do is oysters are filter feeders. So oysters help clean the water. An oyster can filter approximately 40 gallons of water a day, which is roughly a bathtub full. And when they filter, they pull out silt, they pull out bacteria, they pull out nitrogen, so they make the water cleaner and healthier. We had to do some historical research to find out the extent of oysters in Massachusetts, and they once were prevalent throughout the state in the estuaries. And naturally, if you had millions and millions of oysters in these bays, the water had to be very high quality. So we have about 6 or 7 restaurants now and institutions that are providing us with shell. And it's something that restaurateurs recognize the value of, and the shell is very much in desire. But we're having some challenges with the economics of it. But the good news is we're consistently growing, and every month is better than the one previous. It certainly is something that's on people's mind, and we've had here in Massachusetts people approach us with that idea and come to us as a resource in terms of how do we get going with oyster restoration.